The songwriting process, I guess, again, it depends on what song I'm working on. Um, if I'm working on an acoustic song, it's a one man army kind of a situation where I have to take care of the low frequencies, the harmonies, and the melody on top. So it works more like a classical music after a point, because you learn the piece and then you play. It works very differently when I'm writing a song with an electric guitar, because I'm only playing the lead part, let's say, or only covering the harmony section. So there are other instruments which are taking care of the other frequency range and other parts, and that's, I think, I have more freedom of writing different kind of parts when I'm writing electric guitar songs. But other than that, I think anything kind of inspire me. Anything and everything kind of inspire me to write any song. I would start with maybe a melody, or maybe a harmony or progression, or even exercises. I remember this track I wrote in which the legendary and one of the best drummer in the world, Gergo Borla, and one of the best bass player in the world, Anton Davidians, playing. And I started off that track with an exercise I had. So, and that really shaped up the entire track, to be very honest. And then I wrote a melody section on top, harmonies, and it happened so many times that I, let's say, have a basic track with drum production and everything, and then I send it to my friends to play over, and their playing kind of inspire me to produce it differently, because they also have their own hits, their own smacks and whatnot, and I utilize that. I utilize their imagination and just punctuate it and make it bigger. And it's really interesting, because their fillers kind of helps me to produce it nicely. And I mean, one example you can take is the track which I made on 7th of December 2020 on my birthday, and that was a track called 25th Birthday. And I did an entire so it was a challenge in which I had to write a song from scratch, and I would do the entire thing, do the video shoot, video editing and everything in one day. Well, couldn't do it, couldn't finish it in that day, but I think I completed it in like some 3-4 days. And I made sure that I was shooting everything, and I kept posting on Insta stories. So if you're following me on Insta, you can actually watch the entire thing, how I made it from scratch. And I remember starting it with one of these instruments called boom whackers, and not related to guitars at all. So that inspired me to write a different part against it, and then make a different section altogether, which I wouldn't really do, but I had that time crunch, like in one day, how I can actually build it. So I made different parts, and then I tried to join it. So that was a different way of thinking, but I think that really worked. And if you want to check that song out, it's there on all the social platforms, so check it out and you'll know how I did it. So I think that will be a good example for anyone who wants to see how I made a track.